Welcome to my second video in the series, Building an Instacart Game Plan. Today's video lesson is focused first on customers, not groceries. When I listen to Instacart shoppers, they are frustrated that customers give them bad ratings for reasons that are totally beyond their control. Mysterious food damage, missing items, unacceptable substitutions, you name it. This lesson looks at how you can charm your customer and get a 5 almost every time. So let's get started and look at the 6 steps you can take to ensure customer delight and increase your probability of getting a perfect 5 every time. 1. Listen first. The first thing to do with every order is to look at the information screen and see what the customers tell us to do. At least a quarter of my poor ratings in the past have resulted from not doing this. Customers often put things here regarding substitutions and preferences because there's just no other place to put it. They may even put a favorite item for you to grab that they couldn't select in the application. They will punish you if you don't read and do what they want them to do. I once got a 1 star because I did not follow a substitution item that I didn't even realize was there. I'm guessing that boo-boo cost me $500, and that's not an exaggeration. Also, pay complete attention to any comments scattered throughout the order. Listening and clearly acting and pointing out that you're listening will bring you great rewards. Next, use your customer's name. Introducing yourself using the customer's name. All of us are programmed to like hearing our name. It's in our human DNA. Customers don't want to be read a long intro paragraph about order procedures. Many of them have done this 100 times before and don't need to be told again by you. But they never get tired of hearing their own names. Never. Customers like a simple, "Good morning, Jennifer. I'm going to make your day better today." Or "Good afternoon, Tom. Hopefully you are enjoying the late fall sunshine today." Or "Jessica, let's get your weekend off to a great start with a great order of groceries." A greeting like that helps your customer initiate a 1-hour relationship with you. I get a response back from them about half the time, thanking me for the welcome. And if they respond back, I know that this is a customer that's listening to future communications where I need them to make decisions or get their input. That's helpful to me. Personalize your message. We don't know a lot about our customers, but we do know a few things, and we will learn more as the order goes along. We should use all of that information to our advantage. To start with, we know the number of orders that they have made. I pay close attention to this number. I always comment to new customers or second-time customers about how excited I am to serve them as part of the Instacart business. I promise to work extra hard for them. If they have hundreds of orders, I comment on their continued loyalty. I want to call attention to their devotion. Customers will be glad that you noticed. Everyone loves to be flattered, even if it comes from their Instacart delivery driver. The order will also tell you more about them. If they have 20 baking items, I comment about their baking project. They will notice that you noticed. You can do this later on in the shop as well, and especially for those customers who responded to your text at the beginning. Their tip also tells you about them as well. The default tip in Instacart is 5%. A tip that is larger than the default means that the customer appreciates your effort. A tip of $0 or $1 is a red flag that the customer might be a higher risk to you. Anything that you can do to tell the customer that you notice who they are will add to their delight. Next, send them a picture with a welcome message. Here's my picture. Here's my wife's. It's your only chance to introduce yourself visually to the customer. Consider your picture like a job interview photo. It will also become your personal brand in 75% of the cases where it's the only you that they ever see. I recently had a customer tell me that they recognized me from last time and that I was their favorite shopper and was glad to have me again. Also keep in mind where you deliver most of your groceries. If your primary customer target is in the outer suburbs, you're selling yourself to young mothers with families. If you work in the inner ring of a big city, the target may be diverse and quite different. Keep that in mind when you frame your picture and when you make your communications. So at the 3-minute mark of the order, I have listened to the customer, greeted them by name, personalized my message, and sent them a picture of myself. I haven't touched a head of lettuce, a gallon of milk, but I have started to make my way towards them giving me a 5 rating when the order is delivered. To make these things easier, I've created a library of phrases on my phone that are linked to 2-letter codes. I keep expanding and refining my library as I go along. More phrases allows me to be more personal. Get rid of generic welcome messages that tell a customer that you're just doing a rubber stamp. They produce yawns, not delight. To make these things easier, I have messages for time of day, number of orders, weekends. The more specific that you can make it, the better. I keep finish strong. I finish in the same way that I started. I thank them by name. I have a greeting and image that I send. I change it as needed. The more specific, the better. I thank them for leaving their light on for me if they did. If they do anything that helps with the delivery, I want to make sure that they know that I noticed. I apologize for any or even excessive substitutions. I explained that I did my best by getting help. I talked to store personnel who told me that they were out of the item. Your goal is to make the customer feel bad for you. It's the store's fault and make a big deal of it. You are there as their partner. I also flatter them in any way that I can. Comment on their home, comment on their home decorations. Children's artwork or chalk drawings are something that I always pay attention to. Cute pets are the very best. Any value add is great as well. For example, if you can tell a customer that their requested item is no longer carried by the store, you have elevated yourself to be an expert. If the store employee tells you that an item will be available at a certain time, pass that information on to the customer. They will appreciate that you are the expert. If I am worried that my score might be in danger because of low stock, I try even harder to be an expert. Anything over 1 missing item for every 25 items requested puts me at higher risk. And in those cases, I do everything I can to up how much I get the customer to appreciate my work. Charm the difficult customer. If you have delivered more than 4 or 5 orders, you have encountered customers that you probably don't like. And I'm not talking about those that are fraudulent. I will talk about them later in my series. Difficulty comes in a number of different flavors. They leave you paragraphs of notes with instructions on what they want you to do. They're ready to pounce on your slightest deviation. They keep changing their mind during the order. Or they are just plain annoying. out, these customers are telling you that they want attention from you. Use that to your advantage. I always let them know that I appreciate their comments. They help me improve my service, even though I might not really believe that. If it gets too bad, you have to speak up. Address them by name, thank them for their inputs, but let them know that you need to organize their requests for later. Remember, it's always all about them. It's all about you serving them better. Never let on that you think that they're annoying. And as for you, you have to just look ahead to the next order. Since I've implemented the approaches that I've just described in this video, my average number of ratings has gone from the low 30s to the low 50s. I feel very good about that I'm doing something that customers are noticing. I have also looked closely at data and see that the big order drop-off happens when you fall below 4.96. When that happens, your competition will have about a 15-minute head start on you. To stay at or above 4.96, you can only have 1 or 2 sub-5s every 100 orders. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be consistently good. I've also had a lot more tip bumps since I've taken these steps. To me, that is the best thing I can experience during this Instacart work. I don't have hard numbers, but it's definitely a measure of customer delight. Customers are being unexpectedly treated in a good way, and they notice by upping their tip after the order. That's good for them, and it's good for me too. So closing and summary, listen first, use their name, make it personal, send them a picture, finish strong, and charm the difficult customers. What I'm proposing is quite different. You need to move away from an exclusive focus on grocery delivery. You need to add an entirely new set of tools that focus purely on getting customers to notice you and give you good ratings. Instacart has set the rules. They say that high ratings means more money. You want to take those rules and make them play to your advantage. So go on the offense. Win the Instacart ratings war. It starts with charming every single customer that you serve every day.